Right, folks, the other day, well, yesterday, June and I was talking about politics. Because let's face it, everybody's talking about politics at the moment in this country and in the world. And the other week we had notices put out, letters through the door asking if you wanted to be on the parish council. And I did actually want to apply for it and have a go and see if I could become a member of the parish council. And June said, I don't think that would be a good idea. And I went, why wouldn't it be a good idea? She says, because you would end up speaking the truth or telling the truth and upsetting people, or giving the truth as I see it, which would upset people. So I thought, yeah, fair point. And then I thought, well, what qualifications do you need to be a councillor? So I Googled it, right? And apparently to be a councillor, right, you don't need any qualifications to become a councillor. Life experience is probably the best thing you can bring to the role. You don't have to belong to a political party or group, but the majority of the people becoming councillors as a result of joining a party. So I could have gone as an independent. I don't want to be affiliated with any party as such. So I could have gone for it, but I didn't. And then I thought, well, what qualifications do you need to be an MP? So I Googled that as well. Let me just open the link. And it is downloading. And right, allow cookies. So I found this thing here, University of Central Lancashire, and a member of Parliament is elected to stand to represent the public and all that thing. So can anyone become an MP? To apply to become an MP, you must be over the age of 18, either a British citizen or a citizen of the Republic of Ireland or a citizen of the Commonwealth country. So that really means a Canadian could be the Prime Minister. There are certain people who are exempt from being an MP. These include people in the armed forces or the police, judges and civil servants, people who are subjected to debt relief restrictions. I'd have been knackered a few years ago. People who have bankruptcy restrictions in England and Wales, or people who have been adjudged bankrupt in Northern Ireland. So, in theory, you don't need any qualifications to become an MP. How much does it cost to become an MP? For your name to appear on a ballot paper, you will need us to submit your nomination forms along with a £500 deposit. So in theory, right, you could just put a £500 deposit down, yeah, and become an MP, or try to become an MP. The deposit helps to ensure that only individuals who are serious about becoming an MP apply. If you receive over 5% of the votes cast, then you will receive your deposit back. So if I've got £500, I could actually go in the next election, which at this moment doesn't seem too far away. I could go for it and become an independent MP. There is a chance. If I say the right things, make the right noises, I could become an MP. What skills, now this is the important bit, what skills and qualifications do I need to become an MP? You do not need any formal qualifications to become an MP. However, there is a diverse set of skills and abilities required to effectively represent constituents, influence legalisation and work within the parliamentary system. What skills? What fucking skills? Let's have a look. Flexibility. You need to be an approachable person who is a good listener and can voice the concerns of others, but also strong, confident enough to stand up for your own views. Well, that's fucked up half of the Labour Party at the moment, isn't it then? Because none of them have got the bollocks to stand up to Keir Starmer's views. Public speaking. As an MP, you will be expected to speak out in front of large audiences and be able to debate your point of view. Well, honing your public speaking skills will help to ensure your success. I don't think Lee Anderson has a problem with that, does he? Lee Anderson just says what he likes and likes what he says. And it seems that his constituency agree with him. Listening skills. An MP must be able to listen attentively to the opinions needed and concerns of the people in their constituency. Well, I don't think Labour are doing that at the moment, do they? I don't think they're listening to anybody who's actually got a voice concerning of the way the pensioners are being treated at the moment. I don't think they're listening to anybody who's saying, I'm a bit concerned about the money we're giving to Ukraine and the money we're sending over to Africa and the money we're wasting on the so-called climate change. So I don't think they are listening. Organisation skills. Be prepared to take on and manage a lot of responsibilities. Good organisation and attention to detail is crucial to managing an MP's heavy workload effectively. Is it? Is it? Keir Starmer's gone fucking missing at the moment, at the recording of this on the 1st of October at 11:05. During elections, you will need to meticulously plan abilities to organise a successful campaign. Well, that's quite easy because most MPs, Jeevan Sandhar in Loughborough, if anybody does watch this from Loughborough, please let him see this video. Please point him in the right direction. Jeevan Sandhar was out and about campaigning, putting stuff out. Well, they had the floods in Loughborough and Sir Keir Starmer came along and had a look. And I don't think anybody's actually seen or heard of Jeevan Sandhar since the day he won the election. He actually blocked me on his Facebook page, so there you go. So he's not listening to anything, is he? And I wasn't abusive. How can I gain the skills I need to get into politics? To become a successful, to successfully become an MP, you'll need to build analytic research and communication skills, invest in education by studying the politics. And it's basically bullshit. There must be some reason or some qualification to become an MP. There must be. I don't know. It seems that. Right, it seems that to be in power and control over the smallest area in country, you need fuck all qualifications. You don't need anything. That is for a parish councillor, and you need even less qualifications. My battery light's going. You need even less to be an actual member of Parliament. Just change my battery, folks. So change the battery, folks. And then we have the issue of that you get your Prime Minister and then they choose their cabinet. And then you get people like Matt Hancock, who is put in charge of health, right? I had a quick look at him on Wikipedia. And he studied philosophy and politics and economics. He was an economist at the Bank of England, and then he became Department for Business Innovation and Skills, anti-corruption champion, and he was the United Kingdom anti-corruption champion from 2014 to 2015. Well, what a load of bollocks that was. He was in the Cabinet Minister for the Paymaster General, Minister of State for Digital and Culture, Media and Sports, and in July 2018 he was promoted to Foreign Secretary, and then no, he wasn't. In July 2018, after the promotion of Jeremy Hunt to Foreign Secretary, Hancock replaced him as as Secretary of State for Health and Social Care. But he has got absolutely nothing about him that could say, I mean, if you had a doctor who became an MP, that'd be good. That'd be logic. If you had a builder somebody who'd worked in the building trade who became Minister of Building Houses, that is logic. If you'd got a footballer or a sports person who became Minister of Sport, I could understand. But to put Matt Hancock there, who was basically a wet fish who fell in love during the COVID thing, who preached all these rules and regulations and then broke every fucking one himself, it just seems ridiculous. You wouldn't Leicester City Football Club would not ask Neil across the road to be the manager of Leicester City, and I think they might do a better job than that prick we've got in charge at the moment. But I don't understand how these people just get put in. They have advisors, they don't listen to their advisors, so you don't need any qualifications to be a member of Parliament. They're quite happy taking the money, but they don't have any qualifications. You go to any job interview and you have to present some kind of qualification or experience. But to be a Prime Minister or a Member of Parliament, you don't. You could go for an interview to be an MP, right? You could do that. You could sit across the table and it says, what are your skills? And you could say, well, I can lie, I can cheat, I can deceive, I'm greedy, and I break all my promises. And the person would say, yeah, you've ticked all the fucking boxes, you can be a Member of Parliament. And that's where it is. You actually need more qualifications to be a forklift truck driver in a warehouse. You need more qualifications to probably deliver a pizza, because you've got to be proven that you can read a map or ride a bike, have access to a fucking delivery vehicle of some kind, and you've also got to have insurance, I think. I don't know if that's true, but I would hazard a guess that surely to do something like that you need insurance. So at this moment in time, all you need to become a Member of Parliament is a fair bit of money who will back you, such as a lord who owns a penthouse. And that's all it seems to be. You just need to be able to lie, fuck up, and anything that you do wrong, nothing comes back on you. Nothing ever comes. You can do anything. We can use the fucking COVID thing. I know people go on and say, oh, Dave, you're on about COVID again. They lied, cheated, deceived. Nothing will happen to any Member of Parliament over the lies. Now, back in the day, when I was growing up in the 80s, this is going to cause a few fucking stirs. No doubt some fucking prick in the north will be going off on one. Back in the day, when Thatcher was a Prime Minister, love her or hate her or whatever, she was in charge. She knew what she was doing. She ruled the cabinet. They called her the Iron Lady because she didn't take any shit. She was fucking strong, determined, and knew what was happening and did what she thought was right. Until the last few months of her premiership, and then they just fucking all stabbed her in the back and everything. And probably rightly so. I think she lost control. Well, I think she fucking had. Same with Tony Blair. Love him or hate him, Tony Blair was a strong leader. There's reasons why Thatcher and Blair won so many elections. Yeah. People knew they were strong, and in theory, they both put the country first. Perhaps not Tony Blair because he opened the fucking gates and let everybody in. But love them or hate them, they were in charge. They knew what were happening. The last Prime Minister we've had, Cameron, Theresa May, Truss, Boris, Sunak, have all been fucking wet. They've all been useless, wet, pathetic efforts of Prime Ministers. All of them. Fucking useless. They've got no strength about them. They're too busy trying to please everybody and pleasing nobody. And this is what's happening now. We've got this prick in charge who's gone in hiding. We haven't seen him for 6 days. There's everything happening all over the country, everything happening in the world, and he's gone fucking missing. He'll probably stick his head up again like whack-a-mole in a bit when I put these videos out. The other thing you've got to look at is that if you're in the right position with the right party, you can get put in a safe seat. Diane Abbott, prime example, Diane Abbott. Diane Abbott is as thick as they come. She has got the intelligence of a fucking blancmange, yeah? And she was put in a safe seat. Yeah, no way was she ever going to get beat. You could say the same about Farage. He's picked Clacton, was it Clacton where he is? Yeah, because it's a seat that there was a fair chance he was going to win. So if you have got, you don't need any qualifications. If you have a fair bit of money or a decent backer and you can find a safe seat that you know you will win, you can become an MP. You can actually have a say in how this country is run. You can have a say how we live our lives. It's quite frightening, really, because anybody can run to be a member of parliament. You've only got to look at the ones who won the Palestine vote. Yes, what's happening in Palestine and Israel and all that and out in the Middle East is important, but it's absolutely nothing to do with how we are in this country. We should be running on values for this country. We shouldn't be sending 11.6 billion to Africa in this fucking con of a climate change. I want MPs who are like me. I want MPs who are like Lee Anderson and that, who actually speak for us. I don't want MPs who cower and run away at the sign of a bit of fucking trouble, which is what most Labour MPs seems to be doing. I want an MP like Rosie Duffield, who has actually stood up. Now, some are saying there should be a by-election. I honestly think if she did do a by-election, I think she'd fucking win, because I think they voted for her. Reform only got 6,000 votes in that seat. The Tories got battered. They voted for Rosie Duffield there. I don't think it had anything to do with fucking Labour winning, of the Keir Starmer thing. I think they just liked her. That seat had been Conservative for fucking years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And I mean fucking years. So, yeah, I tell you what, if Rosie Duffield did do a by-election, I think she'd fucking win. So, there it is, folks. Sid Cannon, if you've got 500 notes, mate, and you know somebody who's rich, you could become an MP, dude. Jack Howard, Prime Minister. Jack Howard, Member of Parliament for Suffolk or somewhere wherever he lives. It'd be fucking amazing. I just think you need to have some kind of structure to become an MP. Leave your comments down below. Laters.